Welcome to another empowering session. Today, we're diving into a profound, yet often elusive concept: purpose. The very idea of it can feel overwhelming, perhaps even intimidating. But you're not alone in this feeling. Millions wrestle with the same question: am I living a life of purpose? The truth is, the journey to understanding your purpose is not about grandiose achievements or accolades. It's about recognizing what truly matters and living unapologetically for it. In every book, course, or video about finding purpose, there's a common thread. Purpose seems like something monumental, something that shakes the world. But what if it isn't? What if, at its most fundamental level, purpose is simply about survival? Think about it. Paying the rent, putting food on the table, and creating a safe environment for yourself and those you care about. That's a form of purpose, the survival purpose. Most of us accomplish this every day, but we fail to recognize it as part of living out our purpose. If you're surviving, you're already fulfilling part of your purpose. That's something to be proud of. Breathe that in and let go of the myth that purpose must be world-changing. When you use your energy and resources to navigate the essentials of life, rent, food, health, you're fulfilling your primal purpose. Yes, it's exhausting, but you're doing it. That's where your purpose begins. However, here's where it gets more complex. Once survival is handled, we hunger for something more. A higher purpose, one that elevates beyond mere survival. This next stage is where most people feel lost. The survival phase has clear goals: put a roof over your head, keep yourself alive. But the living phase is ambiguous. It's not about a single overarching life goal. It's a dynamic dance that shifts as you move through different phases of your life. Are you at a point where you're focused on building a career? Maybe you're establishing a family or deepening relationships with friends. Some people pour everything into exploring the world and broadening their horizons before settling into a long-term path. All of these are valid purposes, and you may embody more than one simultaneously. What matters is recognizing your current phase and being unapologetic about it. Consider the last 7 years of your life. What have you been doing? Did you focus on career growth, developing a new skill, cultivating relationships? Whatever it was your purpose at that time, even if you didn't consciously choose it. You were living out what was necessary for that period of your life. And now, it's time to consciously design the next phase. Most of us aren't even aware of the transition between life phases until we're in the middle of it. We drift for a few years, then suddenly wonder, is this really what I want? That's normal. Life evolves in cycles, and every 7 years, it's natural to pause, assess, and choose anew. What does your next 7 years look like? If you're in a place to redefine your purpose, start by considering these areas. Career. Where do you see yourself in 7 years? Do you want to move up in your current field, switch industries, or start a business? Write down your thoughts. Personal life. What 3 hobbies or passions do you want to master? Choose things that will fuel you for years to come. Relationships. Who do you want to build stronger bonds with? Can you create rituals that foster deeper connections, like Sunday dinners, regular game nights, or annual trips? Write these intentions down. There's a unique power in seeing your vision on paper. It shifts from being a vague desire to something you're committed to creating. We often make the mistake of thinking purpose is something fixed, a single shining star in the distance we must chase forever. But that's not how it works. Purpose is fluid, growing with us. It's okay if your purpose changes. What's not okay is neglecting to think about it at all. Don't fall into the trap of constant examination, either live it. Check in with yourself every few years, adjust as needed, and keep moving forward. You might decide to focus on travel, building wealth, deepening friendships, or giving back to your community. Whatever it is, be fully present and unapologetic. If it makes you feel alive, if it fuels your joy, if it makes you you, then it's exactly where you're supposed to be. If you have time today, take a moment to write a letter to your future self. Describe where you are now in your career, your relationships, and your personal growth. Then, envision what you want the next 7 years to look like. What do you hope to see when you read that letter again in the future? This exercise will crystallize your current purpose and set a powerful intention for what's to come. Purpose isn't something you find, it's something you create. Go out there and live your purpose boldly, unapologetically, and with unwavering confidence. We'll see you back here tomorrow, ready to tackle the next step in your journey. Until then, keep moving forward, your purpose is already unfolding.